Question 1. A project manager observes frequent disagreements among core team members regarding technical approaches, leading to stalled progress. The project charter and team charter clearly define roles, but personal preferences often dominate discussions. What is the most effective approach for the project manager to facilitate resolution in this scenario? A. Escalate the issue to the functional managers for disciplinary action. B. Implement a formal change request process for all technical decisions. C. Facilitate a constructive discussion to identify root causes and find mutually agreeable solutions. D. Assign a senior technical lead to make all final decisions for the team. Answer: C. Facilitate a constructive discussion to identify root causes and find mutually agreeable solutions. The most effective approach for a project manager in a conflict situation is to facilitate resolution directly with the team. This involves actively listening to all perspectives, helping team members understand the underlying issues, and guiding them toward a consensus or compromise that benefits the project. Escalating too quickly or imposing solutions without team buy-in can harm team morale and commitment. Remember, effective conflict resolution aims to find win-win outcomes and strengthen team collaboration, not just enforce decisions. Question 2. An Agile team member consistently delivers high-quality work but frequently misses daily stand-up meetings without prior notice, impacting team coordination. As the Scrum Master, what is the best initial action to address this situation? A. Publicly reprimand the team member during the next stand-up to set an example. B. Inform the team member's functional manager about their lack of participation. C. Speak privately with the team member to understand the reason for their absences and reinforce the importance of team ceremonies. D. Modify the team's working agreement to make daily stand-ups optional for high performers. Answer: C. Speak privately with the team member to understand the reason for their absences and reinforce the importance of team ceremonies. When a team member exhibits behavior that negatively impacts the team, the best initial action for a project manager or Scrum Master is a private, direct conversation. This allows for an empathetic understanding of the situation, providing the team member an opportunity to explain their challenges while also reinforcing the team's expectations and the importance of collaborative ceremonies like daily stand-ups. Addressing issues respectfully and directly often resolves problems without escalation, fostering trust and accountability within the team. Question 3. During a project retrospective, team members express feeling overwhelmed by the number of tasks and a lack of autonomy in decision-making. As the project manager, which action best demonstrates servant leadership in response to this feedback? A. Reassure the team that you will personally take on more tasks to lighten their load. B. Develop a detailed work breakdown structure to clearly assign all future tasks. C. Implement new controls to monitor individual task progress more closely. D. Empower the team to self-organize and decide how to best manage their workload and task assignments. Answer: D. Empower the team to self-organize and decide how to best manage their workload and task assignments. Servant leadership emphasizes serving the team first, focusing on their growth, well-being, and autonomy, rather than exercising traditional command and control authority. In this scenario, empowering the team to self-organize and make decisions about their workload directly addresses their feedback about feeling overwhelmed and lacking autonomy. This approach builds team capability and commitment, allowing the team to find sustainable solutions rather than merely offloading the problem to the project manager. A true leader helps the team help themselves. Question 4. A project team is experiencing low morale and reduced productivity. The project manager suspects that a lack of recognition for their hard work is a significant contributing factor. Which of the following actions is most aligned with effectively motivating the team? A. Implement strict deadlines and penalties for missed targets to increase accountability. B. Organize a formal team performance review session with individual ratings. C. Implement a system for public recognition of achievements and celebrate small successes regularly. D. Provide mandatory professional development training for all team members. Answer: C. Implement a system for public recognition of achievements and celebrate small successes regularly. Recognition is a powerful motivator, especially when team morale is low due to a perceived lack of appreciation. Publicly acknowledging achievements and celebrating small successes boosts team spirit, reinforces positive behaviors, and shows that their efforts are valued. While training and reviews have their place, direct and consistent recognition directly addresses the emotional aspect of motivation. Remember, people are often motivated more by appreciation than by financial incentives alone. Question 5. A project team is struggling with a complex technical challenge that is blocking progress. Several team members have different ideas about the best approach, leading to paralysis. What is the project manager's primary role in addressing this impediment? A. Independently research and select the best technical solution to implement immediately. B. Facilitate a collaborative problem-solving session to encourage shared understanding and consensus on a solution. C. Assign the problem to the most senior technical expert on the team to solve alone. D. Document the impediment and report it to the project sponsor for a decision. Answer: B. Facilitate a collaborative problem-solving session to encourage shared understanding and consensus on a solution. When a team faces an impediment, the project manager's role is typically to remove or help the team remove the blocker, not necessarily to solve the technical problem themselves. Facilitating a collaborative session empowers the team to leverage their collective expertise, discuss options, and reach a consensus, which leads to greater ownership and commitment to the chosen solution. This approach builds team capability and self-sufficiency, promoting shared responsibility for overcoming challenges. Question 6. A new virtual project team has just been formed, comprising members from diverse cultural backgrounds and time zones. As the project manager, what is the most important initial step to foster team cohesion and effective collaboration? A. Immediately assign individual tasks to gauge each member's productivity. B. Establish a comprehensive set of ground rules and a communication plan, involving team input. C. Implement strict monitoring tools to track team member activity and engagement. D. Schedule a series of technical training sessions to ensure all members are up to speed. Answer: B. Establish a comprehensive set of ground rules and a communication plan, involving team input. For a newly formed team, especially a virtual and diverse one, establishing clear ground rules and a communication plan with team input is crucial. This proactive step sets expectations for behavior, collaboration, and interaction, helping to bridge cultural differences and overcome communication challenges inherent in distributed teams. By involving the team in creating these agreements, you foster a sense of ownership and commitment, laying a strong foundation for trust and effective teamwork. Question 7. The project team is experiencing significant interpersonal conflicts, leading to decreased morale and project delays. The project manager has tried various techniques, but the conflicts persist. Which of the following strategies is most likely to be effective in this situation? A. Reassigning conflicting team members to different projects immediately. B. Providing conflict resolution training and facilitating mediation sessions for the team. C. Ignoring the conflicts, assuming they will resolve naturally over time. D. Implementing a stricter hierarchy and decision-making process to avoid disagreements. Answer: B. Providing conflict resolution training and facilitating mediation sessions for the team. Persistent interpersonal conflicts require direct and skilled intervention from the project manager. providing conflict resolution training equips team members with the skills to address disagreements constructively, while facilitating mediation sessions offers a structured environment to resolve specific issues with a neutral third party, the project manager. This approach directly addresses the root cause of the conflict and builds team capability, promoting a healthier and more productive work environment. Simply reassigning members or ignoring issues will not foster a cohesive team. Question 8. A project team member frequently expresses disinterest in team meetings and shows minimal engagement in collaborative discussions. The project manager wants to increase this member's involvement and motivation. What is the most effective approach? A. Reduce the team member's responsibilities to decrease their workload. B. Engage in a one-on-one conversation to understand their perspectives and identify areas where they can contribute more meaningfully. C. Inform the team member that their lack of engagement is noted and will affect their performance review. D. Assign the team member a specific, visible task to complete during every meeting. Answer: B. Engage in a one-on-one conversation to understand their perspectives and identify areas where they can contribute more meaningfully. When a team member shows disengagement, the most effective approach for a project manager is to have a private, empathetic conversation. This allows the project manager to understand the underlying reasons for the disinterest, which could range from feeling overwhelmed to not seeing the value of their contributions. By actively listening and identifying opportunities for meaningful involvement or skill utilization, the project manager can tailor solutions and re-engage the team member, fostering a sense of purpose and improving overall team participation. Question 9. During a project sprint, the team encounters an unexpected technical dependency that threatens to derail their current increment. The project manager's primary responsibility in this agile context is to A. Redefine the sprint goals and adjust the scope for the current iteration. B. Serve as a servant leader by removing the impediment or helping the team find a way to remove it. C. Escalate the issue to senior management for a definitive solution. D. Reassign tasks to avoid the dependency, even if it means individual overtime. Answer: B. Serve as a servant leader by removing the impediment or helping the team find a way to remove it. In an agile environment, the project manager, often acting as a scrum master or agile coach, plays a critical role as a servant leader, primarily by identifying and removing impediments that hinder the team's progress. Instead of dictating a solution or redefining scope immediately, the focus is on enabling the team to overcome obstacles. This means facilitating discussions, coordinating with external stakeholders, or directly resolving blockers so the team can maintain its flow and achieve its sprint goals. Question 10. A new project manager inherits a team that has historically struggled with accountability and meeting commitments. To improve team performance and foster a culture of ownership, what is the best initial step for the project manager? A. Implement individual performance improvement plans for every team member. B. Establish clear expectations for roles, responsibilities, and performance, and hold regular progress reviews. C. Publicly reprimand team members for past failures to emphasize the need for change. D. Reassign tasks to specific individuals with strict oversight on their progress. Answer: B. Establish clear expectations for roles, responsibilities, and performance, and hold regular progress reviews. To improve accountability and foster a culture of ownership, the project manager must first establish clear expectations. This involves defining roles, responsibilities, and performance metrics so everyone understands what is required and how success is measured. Regular progress reviews then provide opportunities to track adherence, offer feedback, and address issues proactively, reinforcing accountability without resorting to punitive measures. Setting a clear baseline is foundational to building a high-performing team. Question 11. The project sponsor has requested an urgent change that requires team members to work significant overtime, leading to noticeable signs of burnout. As the project manager, what is the most appropriate action to balance project needs with team well-being? A. Insist that the team works the overtime to meet the sponsor's request without question. B. Communicate the team's capacity constraints and potential impact of burnout to the sponsor, proposing alternative solutions. C. Rotate team members through mandatory overtime shifts to distribute the burden. D. Offer individual financial bonuses for working overtime to incentivize compliance. Answer: B. Communicate the team's capacity constraints and potential impact of burnout to the sponsor, proposing alternative solutions. A project manager is responsible not only for project delivery but also for the well-being and sustainability of the team. When faced with excessive demands leading to burnout, the most appropriate action is to advocate for the team. This involves transparently communicating the team's current capacity, the risks of burnout, example decreased quality, increased errors, and proposing alternative strategies such as reprioritizing work, negotiating scope adjustments, or staggering deadlines. This demonstrates leadership and protects both the team and the project's long-term health. Question 12. A project team member consistently struggles to complete tasks on time despite having the necessary skills. The project manager suspects a lack of clarity regarding priorities or potential external distractions. What is the most effective coaching approach? A. Immediately reassign critical tasks from the struggling team member to others. B. Conduct a one-on-one coaching session to help the team member identify obstacles and develop strategies for better time management and prioritization. C. Provide the team member with a detailed daily checklist of all tasks to be completed. D. Set a firm deadline and inform the team member that failure to meet it will result in disciplinary action. Answer: B. Conduct a one-on-one coaching session to help the team member identify obstacles and develop strategies for better time management and prioritization. When a team member struggles with task completion despite having the skills, the project manager should adopt a coaching approach. A one-on-one session allows for a confidential discussion to understand the root causes of the issue, whether it's poor prioritization, distractions, or other challenges. Through coaching, the project manager helps the team member develop their own solutions and strategies for improvement, fostering self-reliance and boosting their performance in the long term. This supportive approach builds capability rather than simply imposing solutions. Question 13. A project team consistently avoids making collective decisions, often deferring to the project manager. This slows down progress and reduces team ownership. What action should the project manager take to foster better team decision-making? A. Begin making all decisions for the team to speed up progress. B. Implement a formal decision-making process with a strict voting system for every choice. C. Empower the team with clear boundaries and encourage them to take ownership of decisions within their domain. D. Delegate the decision-making authority to one or two senior team members. Answer: C. Empower the team with clear boundaries and encourage them to take ownership of decisions within their domain. To foster team decision-making and ownership, the project manager should empower the team. This involves clearly defining the scope of their authority and encouraging them to make choices within those boundaries, rather than deferring. By providing the necessary information, training, and support, and then stepping back to allow the team to practice making decisions, the project manager builds team capability and confidence. This approach strengthens team cohesion and accelerates progress by distributing decision-making responsibility. Question 14. An experienced project team member expresses frustration, feeling underutilized and unchallenged by the current project tasks. As the project manager, what is the best way to address this team member's motivation and retention? A. Assign them additional routine tasks to increase their workload. B. Have a one-on-one discussion to explore their career aspirations and potential for growth within the project or organization. C. Inform them that all project tasks are equally important and must be completed without complaint. D. Suggest they seek opportunities outside the current project if they are not satisfied. Answer: B. Have a one-on-one discussion to explore their career aspirations and potential for growth within the project or organization. When an experienced team member feels underutilized, it's crucial for the project manager to proactively engage them to understand their motivations and aspirations. A one-on-one discussion can reveal opportunities for assigning more challenging tasks, mentorship roles, or even involvement in strategic project planning that aligns with their growth objectives. This demonstrates that their expertise is valued, fosters loyalty, and can significantly increase their engagement and retention. Investing in their professional development benefits both the individual and the project. Question 15. The project team is struggling with a lack of cross-functional understanding, leading to communication breakdowns between different specialty groups. What team-building activity would be most effective in improving this situation? A. An off-site recreational outing focused solely on fun and relaxation. B. A workshop focused on process mapping and interdepartmental dependencies. C. Individual training sessions for each specialty group on their specific domain. D. A competition where team members compete against each other for a prize. Answer: B. A workshop focused on process mapping and interdepartmental dependencies. To address a lack of cross-functional understanding, a workshop focused on process mapping and interdepartmental dependencies is highly effective. This activity brings diverse team members together to visualize how their work integrates, identify critical handoffs, and understand the impact of their actions on others. This collaborative exercise directly improves communication, builds empathy, and fosters a holistic view of the project, leading to better coordination and fewer misunderstandings. It's about building understanding across roles, not just having fun. Question 16. During a project's execution, a team member consistently raises concerns about potential risks that, while valid, are often exaggerated and cause unnecessary anxiety among other team members. How should the project manager best address this situation? A. Dismiss the concerns outright to prevent panic and maintain team focus. B. Encourage the team member to only report risks directly to the project manager in private. C. Coach the team member on effective risk identification and analysis, focusing on realistic impact and probability. D. Assign the team member to be the sole risk manager for the project. Answer: C. Coach the team member on effective risk identification and analysis, focusing on realistic impact and probability. When a team member consistently exaggerates risks, the project manager should coach them to improve their risk identification and analysis skills. This involves guiding them to assess the realistic impact and probability of potential risks, ensuring that concerns are framed constructively and based on objective data. Such coaching empowers the team member to contribute more effectively to risk management without causing undue alarm, thereby fostering a more balanced and proactive risk culture within the team. Question 17. The project team has achieved a major milestone ahead of schedule, attributing their success to strong collaboration and shared commitment. As the project manager, what is the most impactful way to reinforce these positive behaviors and motivate future performance? A. Immediately assign them a new, more challenging milestone to maintain momentum. B. Publicly acknowledge the team's collective effort and celebrate their success in a meaningful way. C. Provide individual bonuses to the top performers to reward their contributions. D. Document their success in a formal report and move directly to the next phase. Answer: B. Publicly acknowledge the team's collective effort and celebrate their success in a meaningful way. To reinforce positive behaviors like collaboration and commitment, the most impactful action is to publicly acknowledge and celebrate the team's collective success. This strengthens team cohesion, validates their efforts, and motivates them to continue performing at a high level. Celebrating as a team reinforces the idea that their shared efforts led to the achievement, making the recognition more meaningful and driving future collaborative successes. Individual bonuses alone might not foster the same collective spirit. Question 18. A project team member approaches the project manager with a personal issue that is significantly impacting their ability to focus on project tasks. The issue is sensitive and confidential. What is the most appropriate action for the project manager? A. Advise the team member that personal issues cannot interfere with project work and to resolve it quickly. B. Refer the team member to appropriate organizational support resources, such as HR or employee assistance programs, while ensuring privacy. C. Offer to personally help solve the team member's problem to demonstrate empathy. D. Require the team member to disclose the details of the issue to the entire team for transparency. Answer: B. Refer the team member to appropriate organizational support resources, such as HR or employee assistance programs, while ensuring privacy. When a team member shares a sensitive personal issue impacting their work, the project manager's role is to show empathy and provide support within professional boundaries. The most appropriate action is to refer them to confidential organizational resources like human resources or an employee assistance program, EAP, which are equipped to handle such matters professionally and discreetly. This ensures the team member receives the necessary support while maintaining privacy and allowing the project manager to focus on project objectives. Offering personal help or demanding disclosures crosses professional boundaries. Question 19. A project team is highly skilled but frequently debates minor details, leading to analysis paralysis and missed deadlines. The project manager needs to encourage decisive action without stifling innovation. What approach is most effective? A. Implement a strict rule that all decisions must be made by the project manager. B. Introduce the concept of good enough or minimum viable product to encourage timely decisions and progress. C. Require team members to present detailed justifications for every proposed solution. D. Reduce the scope of deliverables to eliminate complex decisions. Answer: B. Introduce the concept of good enough or minimum viable product to encourage timely decisions and progress. When a skilled team falls into analysis paralysis, the project manager should guide them towards a pragmatic approach to decision-making. Introducing concepts like good enough or minimum viable product, MVP, encourages the team to make timely decisions and proceed with the most critical elements, understanding that perfection can be the enemy of progress. This fosters a mindset of iterative development and continuous improvement, allowing the team to deliver value sooner and refine it later, rather than getting bogged down in endless debate. Question 20. A project manager discovers that a key team member is struggling with a new software tool crucial for an upcoming task. The team member is hesitant to ask for help. What is the best course of action for the project manager? A. Reassign the task to another team member who is already proficient with the tool. B. Privately offer training resources or connect them with a mentor who can provide support. C. Remind the team member that competence with tools is a job requirement and they should learn it on their own. D. Publicly ask if anyone else on the team can assist, putting the team member on the spot. Answer: B. Privately offer training resources or connect them with a mentor who can provide support. When a team member struggles with a new tool and is hesitant to ask for help, the project manager should proactively and privately offer support. Offering training resources or connecting them with a knowledgeable mentor provides the necessary assistance without embarrassing the individual. This approach demonstrates a supportive leadership style, encourages continuous learning, and helps the team member overcome their challenge, ultimately benefiting the project's progress and the team's overall capability. Question 21. The project team members are highly self-organizing and experienced, but they sometimes struggle to align their individual tasks with the broader project objectives, leading to duplicated effort or misaligned priorities. What is the best strategy for the project manager to address this? A. Impose a strict, detailed daily task list for each team member to follow. B. Regularly communicate the project vision, goals, and how individual contributions align with them. C. Conduct weekly one-on-one meetings with each team member to micromanage their tasks. D. Reduce team meetings to allow more time for individual work. Answer: B. Regularly communicate the project vision, goals, and how individual contributions align with them. For a self-organizing and experienced team, the project manager's role shifts from dictating tasks to providing clear direction and context. Regularly communicating the project vision, goals, and how individual contributions tie into the larger objectives helps team members understand the why behind their work. This clarity empowers them to make informed decisions, prioritize effectively, and self-align their efforts, reducing misalignment and duplicated work while fostering a sense of shared purpose. Question 22. A project team is experiencing significant changes in project scope and priorities, leading to confusion and resistance. As the project manager, what is the most effective approach to manage these changes within the team? A. Make all changes unilaterally and announce them to the team as final decisions. B. Involve the team in understanding the rationale for changes, their impact, and adjusting plans collaboratively. C. Postpone all changes until the project is complete to avoid disruption. D. Focus solely on technical implementation, assuming the team will adapt on their own. Answer: B. Involve the team in understanding the rationale for changes, their impact, and adjusting plans collaboratively. When facing significant changes, effective project managers involve the team in the change management process rather than simply imposing new directives. By transparently communicating the rationale behind the changes, discussing their potential impact, and collaboratively adjusting plans, the project manager helps the team understand, accept, and commit to the new direction. This collaborative approach minimizes resistance, fosters a sense of ownership, and leverages the team's collective intelligence to adapt successfully. Question 23. A project manager observes that a team member frequently takes credit for collective achievements, impacting team morale and collaboration. How should the project manager address this behavior? A. Ignore the behavior, assuming it will cease if not acknowledged. B. Publicly correct the team member during the next team meeting. C. Privately discuss the behavior with the team member, emphasizing the importance of team recognition and shared success. D. Assign the team member to individual tasks only, limiting their interaction with the team. Answer: C. Privately discuss the behavior with the team member, emphasizing the importance of team recognition and shared success. When a team member inappropriately takes credit for collective achievements, the project manager should address this behavior privately and constructively. A private discussion allows the project manager to explain the impact of the behavior on team morale and collaboration, and to reinforce the project's values regarding shared success and collective recognition. This approach provides feedback without embarrassing the individual and helps foster a more supportive and collaborative team environment. Question 24. A project team is highly technical but lacks strong communication skills, leading to misunderstandings and errors in cross-functional tasks. What is the best strategy for the project manager to improve team communication? A. Hire a dedicated communication specialist to mediate all team discussions. B. Implement mandatory technical communication training for all team members. C. Facilitate structured communication practices, such as daily stand-ups, regular retrospectives, and clear documentation guidelines. D. Assign all communication tasks to the most articulate team members. Answer C. Facilitate structured communication practices, such as daily stand-ups, regular retrospectives, and clear documentation guidelines. To improve communication within a technically proficient team, the project manager should facilitate structured communication practices. Implementing mechanisms like daily stand-ups ensures regular, brief updates. Retrospectives provide a forum for process improvement, including communication, and clear documentation guidelines ensure consistency and clarity. These structured approaches create consistent channels and expectations for information exchange, fostering better understanding and reducing errors stemming from miscommunication. Question 25. A project team member has expressed concern about ethical dilemmas encountered while interacting with a vendor, specifically regarding potential conflicts of interest. What is the project manager's primary responsibility in this situation? A. Advise the team member to ignore the concerns unless direct evidence of wrongdoing is found. B. Investigate the concerns thoroughly and, if necessary, escalate the issue according to organizational policies and the PMI Code of Ethics and Professional Conduct. C. Instruct the team member to handle the situation themselves discreetly. D. Replace the team member on the project to avoid further ethical issues. Answer B. Investigate the concerns thoroughly and, if necessary, escalate the issue according to organizational policies and the PMI Code of Ethics and Professional Conduct. When a team member raises concerns about ethical dilemmas, the project manager has a primary responsibility to take these concerns seriously, investigate them thoroughly, and act in accordance with organizational policies and the PMI Code of Ethics and Professional Conduct. This involves listening to the team member, gathering facts, and, if warranted, escalating the issue to appropriate channels. Protecting the project's integrity and fostering an ethical environment is paramount, demonstrating responsible leadership.